Third time chimes the charm, right? Hello, welcome. My name is Kat. This is my channel, Kat Can Sew, and welcome to episode 21. This is my 1 year Flosstube anniversary. To everybody who has stuck around, has joined me in the past year, welcome back. To anybody who this is your first introduction to me, I'm Kat. This is my channel. I'm on Instagram under Kat Can Sew, and you know what? I'm going to give you a bit of history on me. I've been stitching since I was 13. I am now over 40. I am an Australian living in the United States. I work in a theme park, as well as working for Live and Dye LA. I'm dyeing fabric and floss. Mostly floss. Predominantly floss. I stitch on kind of a bit of anything. Mostly fancy ladies, some pop culture stuff, especially Disney, and I currently subscribe to the Black Needle Society boxes, as well as getting a lot of their one-off boxes, and I do a lot of Mill Hill kits. I think that kind of covers who I am. So a lot of my projects you'll see are going to be from Black Needle Society, from Mirabilia. Like a lot of the stuff that doesn't seem like what I would normally stitch is probably out of a box from Black Needle Society. I'm kind of starting to do a little bit of designing. I did a project last year and I really want to do some more. I just don't have the bandwidth right now. But we're getting there. I'm a Disney geek. I'm a sci-fi geek. I cosplay. I do some dressmaking. I want to do more Disney bounds. It's just not happening as much as I would like. I'm saying a lot because, you know what? This is my third attempt, and this is the first time I thought I would do a bit of a who am I? I currently have 53 projects on my whip list. I am not doing a whip parade today. I did one in December, and honestly I've really only worked on like half of those projects. It's a lot of projects I currently haven't worked on this year, and I've already got 18 projects that I'm going to be showing you today. Over half are new starts. Maynia. Let's see. I think that's going to be like my quick and dirty who am I. If you've got more questions about me, put them in the comments. Honestly, I would love to see more comments on my videos. But it is what it is. I don't get a lot of comments. I keep wondering whether it's worth still doing. But you know what? About a month ago, I decided, you know what? I'm doing this for me. And the fact that anybody is watching any of this is amazing. I get a lot of people don't go past the first 30 seconds. Maybe you hate my voice. Whatever. I do not care. This is my way of sharing my cross-stitch journey. And considering I do a lot of this on my own, in my bedroom, the only person who really sees a lot of it's my husband, it makes it worth it. I don't hang a lot of my stuff. I do have some projects to finish to send to my niece, my nephew, and some friends in Australia. But honestly, I mostly do this for me. It is my pastime. I do this while I'm watching TV, while I'm listening to audiobooks. It stops me from picking, as in eating, a lot more than I do. So yeah, here we go. I'm going to jump into my projects because, as I said, we have a lot. And there are a lot. I have them all here. I'm actually trying something new today. Normally I stack them on this side. Today I've stacked them on this side and I've got them all sitting against the arm of the couch. Also, hopefully in the next month, this couch will be gone. I have no idea what. I think I'm going to order a recliner. Pretty sure the recliner will fit. And if I put it sideways, I can actually recline. Or I move my coffee table, which is what you're currently on, sideways and have the recliner a little bit further over in the room. But I did the measurements and they will fit. I just have to work out what my layout will be. It's going to have to move slightly. But this couch is broken. I am on 3 cushions because the base of this couch is broken. But I have to work out how to get rid of this couch while living in an apartment complex in LA. Well, just outside LA. So I can't just do, you know, curbside pickup because I don't have a nature strip out there, or a, what do you guys call it in the US? I don't even know. My Aussies know what I'm talking about. So yeah, the only thing that has stopped this being replaced right now is I'm going to work out how to get rid of it. If anybody has any idea, hit me up. DM me on Instagram. I do not care. Okay, so I came prepared today. I have a board. So this is my first project. It is Santa's Stamp Collection. This is also from the Nice List in 2023. This is designed by Black Needle Society, so Katie Landis. And this was is being stitched on Plush by Fortnight Fabrics, which was included in the box. So you can barely see it because it is all ecru and it is basically the same color as the fabric, but you can see the S. It's like 223 stitches, and honestly it looks like it's like 10. I am hoping to get this stitched by like the frame stitch and maybe the frame, like the top section, and the frames done by Christmas, and then maybe try and like stitch them advent style over Christmas. But if it happens, it happens. Needle minders are both from Ginger Stitch AU. This one glows in the dark. I've honestly never tested to see if it glows in the dark, but I've seen others and they glow really brightly. So next up is not a new start. There are less of those, so you'll probably hear me tell you when I'm not doing a new start instead of when I am. This is Happy Haunts by Good Morning Maui. This is where I was, and this is where I am. I am so close to finish, guys. I got 1100 stitches to go. Have we got all of it in the shot? Yeah. Forward to where I'm up to, and here is where I'm working. So I finished the butler. The maid and the kitty statue just need backstitch. I finished this column, including the light on top. This column still needs the backstitch and the light. I've done the top of the gate, and then I have done Gus's facial hair, Phineas's head and hair, and the facial hair on Ezra. So my goal at the moment on this is I need to put about 3 hours of backstitch in, which will be on the maid, the statue. I really need to get the faces in on Ezra and Phineas, as well as part of Gus's body, to get all the backstitch done, so that way during Frogwatch I can just be stitching. I have a feeling Gus's body isn't going to get done, so I may have to do a little bit of backstitching during Frogwatch. But this will work for 13 prompts because we've now been given the list of the challenges. So that's a lot. I think it even includes like 4 that it doesn't work, that won't work for year 5. So as I said, I've got about 1100 stitches going plus about 3 hours of back stitch. So I'm kind of aiming not to do any more stitching, and just doing that back stitching. But I will see where I'm at closer to Frogwarts on whether I need to put in another couple hundred stitches. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's so close now. Considering I started this like 3 years ago. Needle minders are, so this is stitched on 32 count Lugana by Happy Haunts. Sorry, by Limen LA. Needle minders are Galloway Gallery and Kim's Creative Minders. In a project bag by me that I'm gonna have to find a new Haunted Mansion project going here. I have one waiting in the wings. I just don't know whether I want to start it straight away because it is the house, the mansion. Project is Pacific Crest Trail. This is by Black Velvet Stitches on Etsy, and so this was another Maynia start, and that's where we got to. It's 290 something stitches and 292 stitches. The top corner of Washington. It's got a long way to go. This is 25 count Lugana by Limen LA in the colorway Let's Go. I want to call it Let's Go, so I think I probably mangled that pronunciation. Needle minders are by Kim's Needle Minders, and Black Needle Society. This is going to be a long-term project. I am hoping to get it finished in the next 12 months. It is for a friend who completed it in 2022. It's going to be a lot of stitching. This is probably going to be, once I get the border done, it's going to be a lot of like retreat stitching and like stitching meetups, because it's like just filling in all of the green. It may even be like once I get Washington done, I can start taking it to retreats. But like, I will admit this is for 40 count 2/2, 1/2, so there's probably a little bit extra floss. But yeah, this is a lot of green. Yeah, that's how it's spelled. Like, I think it's Let's Go. Okay, next up is the Ever After Cell. This is by Forbidden Fiber Co. I purchased this as the kit, so I have the kit fabric and I have the kit floss. So custom dyed by them. The fabric is called Ever After and it is a 32 count Belfast. And part 2, so the part 3 really, so we had the frames and the first 2 quotes are now released. So here is the current design. I only got 280 stitches done on this. I basically did 3 lengths of the floss, and so that's all I have is the outline of one border and half of the second one, which honestly, like, I just have to do the boysenberry and then I'm ready to do the first quote. I'm really happy with the quote so far. So we haven't even left the orchard yet, so we're still really early in the film. Needle minders are from Black Needle Society, Stitch and Button, and Kim's Needle Minders. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I need to spend some more time on it, but you know, Maynia happened, and now I am going to be prepping for Frogwarts. So there's a bunch of stuff that's not going to get touched while I'm prepping for Frogwarts, and then after Frogwarts we'll get worked on. Okay. Next up is I did some more work on February's Celebrate All Year sale. So here is the design. This is by Katie Landis, the Black Needle Society. I used this as one of my prompts for fandom, so I just did some more stitches on that. Pretty sure it goes this way. So I completed the first of the browns and got the second one about half done. I did like another, like, I think I needed 300 or 500 stitches or something like that, so that's what I got done. So again, blue grey by whoever, the 32 count linen. Needle Minder is from the Saturday Morning Stitches box by Black Needle Society. Another new start. Next up is Moonrise Sale, again Black Needle Society. I had a lot of little starts from Black Needle Society that I just decided to start. They're not going to take me long to finish. So this is my first of the snails. So this is Moonrise Sale. This is actually the first one that was released. This is actually a new fabric. This is just lavender. I got from 123 Stitch. It doesn't tell me who it is from. It's just lavender 32 count Lugana. That's where I got up to. It's 3 lengths of fabric, so like 280 stitches, 290 stitches. So I finished all of this outline, which is, I think, in, I don't even remember the color, to be honest. So that is really cute. These actually stitch up really quickly. That only took me like just over an hour, and I'm like 20% done already. So again, you probably won't see much of them between now and mid-February, but after that these will probably get stitched pretty quickly. Next up, we did a new part on Wonders of the Hubble Telescope by Climbing Goat Designs. Here is the pattern. This was last year's sale, so it is complete. And here is where I was, and here is where I'm up to. We only got like another, what did we get? Like 200 and something stitches on it. It wasn't much, like 214. But we have now started all of the blocks. I just did a ton of black on this because all of the colors need black. All of the boxes need black. The needle minders are from Thread Wine. And so yeah, I do need to work on this some more. I just now need, it's actually going to get some work on this month. One of our monthly prompts is for something called a planet, and in the main section has a planet. So, I mean, I will probably finish this square and maybe do some more on part 5, but it has a planet in the project. So, ideally I would like to have both of these finished by next year. I don't know if that will happen, but I would like that to happen. Next up is another one of my snails by Black Needle Society. This is actually the projects that I took with me when I went away for a week, the weekend. So we went away Memorial Day weekend, and I took 2 projects with me with the intention of not stitching on Sunday. I ended up not stitching on Friday. We got down there Friday and then decided to go over into the park. We picked up reservations like the day before, so I didn't get any stitching done. So this is a really tiny stitch. Like, I didn't take my light with me, and this is dark grey, 32 count. Guess who couldn't see the holes when she was trying to stitch Saturday morning? So this is Carnival Master. I got 91 stitches. I basically did one length and then I was like, nope, no more. This was from last year's Camp Black Needle Society. Needle Minder is one I got off Amazon. And then the other project I took with me to when we went away is Jolly Soul. I actually ended up doing, so that was done Saturday morning. This was done Sunday. So I actually worked on this on our anniversary. This is on a, it doesn't tell me the color. I think the color is Lichen. I got this from 123 Stitch. So the fabric calls for Plush, which is no longer available. So I wanted something similar to that. So this is a little darker, but I think it'll work. So this is as far as I got. This is 87 stitches. Again, it was one length of thread. It was literally like just fighting to see 32 the holes in 32 count. With, you know, not having a magnifying light, not having great lighting. And then when we got home on the Monday, I worked on May. So this is Celebrate All Yourself. So at the moment, all of these have been Black Needle Society by Katie Landis. And here we go. Sorry. This one I got back up to about 200 stitches. And this is the strawberries. It's really cute. I like it. It's gonna come up well. Honestly, I'm hoping by the end of July I've got all of the previous months done, and then I'll start finishing them, and then next year I can actually put them on display. Needle Minder is Black Needle Society. That was from January last year's box, which was like kitchen or something. It was before I was on the subscription. That is on navy linen. Pretty sure that's navy 32 count linen. I feel like I'm going through these so fast, and I really am, and it's just because, you know, I've been failing. I want to say I've been filming for nearly an hour already. Next up was Peace on Earth by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. And a bunch of the other ones I've had, but I didn't pull them out the thing, so I've just grabbed my photographs from where I was putting them online and added them in. This is using Weeks and Classic Colorworks. It is stitched on Marbled Pointer by XJ Designs, and I'm gonna put this on the board again. It is a 32 count linen, and again, like 200 and something stitches. 218 stitches. So this is not typically something I would stitch on. So this one may be a little slow progress. It's not really my jam. This was from the nice list from last year. So, I mean, technically it's not a Black Needle Society, but I got it from the Black Needle Society. Just the way it is. So, oops, I should put the pattern from Force back in there. Okay, we're over halfway. yes, we are over halfway. Next up, I worked on April. Sorry, this one's got some hanging threads because I had to frog some of my stars, and I'm waiting until I've got additional points to secure them, to make sure I'm counting correctly. So this is the April Celebrate All Year Black Needle Society Katie Landis. This is stitched on navy, and this one is currently in the Nurge because it's the one I'm working on. I worked on this one on chat the other day, so because I did work extra on this one, this is about 400 and something stitches. I'm not quite halfway, I don't think. Nope, I'm at 300 stitches, so I'm only about a third of the way through. This is one of the smaller ones. Needle Minder is from July last year's Black Needle Society box. It is from the Flamingo box. I am missing 4 blue stitches right at the bottom here because I miscounted. This is what happens when you're chatting. But I'm pretty happy with how this is going. I should go back and do those ones before I keep going on the sun. Next up is Happy Camper. So this was another new start. April, I actually took that to work. I did 50 stitches because I got like 10 stitches done on my break, 15 stitches done on my lunch break, and then I clocked out at 11:48, and I had a couple of minutes before I clocked out. I was able to do a couple of stitches. I got I got 250 stitches at like 11:59 on a day with terrible internet, and I forgot to take my tablet, so I was using my phone. But we made it work. So, I mean, I couldn't afford to miss it because otherwise I would have missed my 24 days. I made it work. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but I made it work. I ended up doing a mix of mostly 200s. I had 1 day of 100 and 3 days of 50. So next up is Happy Camper by Katie Landis from the Black Needle Society. This was from a camp 2023, and here it is. That's where I got up to. I did all of the outlines, so it's like 290 stitches, 273 stitches. This is stitched on a random, I do not know, 28 count even weave, no, 32 count even weave from probably Stitches and Spice. I think it's from their Spice, one of their shades packs that I had picked up when they were closing down. Might be like mint or something like that. Needle Minder is from Atom Heart. That was from the Q1 mystery box. Next up is Bread Lady Pirate from Mirabilia. She is so close. I'm at 88%. And so just filled in a bunch more in here. We get there. I think I finished another couple of colors. I have this little section here, this color here, and a little bit here, and then I'm on the last row. So I'm really close to finishing all the cotton. I'm going to start the beading on this shortly. I probably need to change out the sides to do that, just so I have all of it in the same frame. I am planning on leaving about 500 stitches, which I need to check and see how I'm going. I was going to leave 3, but they've told us that they're changing the requirements, so I'm going to leave about 5, and hopefully that'll be enough. And then, like if nothing else, I'm going to finish the 30 stitches of metallic down here. This is stitched on 28 count Tropic Waters, Opal by Limen. Needle Minder is from Angus Little Minders, and one that I got given as a freebie. I don't remember who from. So we're getting really close on this. So this you'll probably see a bunch of, because I'm going to try and get the beading done in the next month, because this is what I'm hoping to use as a second of my finishes for Frogwarts. Next up is my last day of Maynia, and it is I did winter on the Mermaid sale from Filipina. Here is where I was because it was sale. So I now have half boxes on all of the boxes. So I am going to go through and finish those. It will probably be April or August before I do that, and then work on the mermaids when the mood strikes. Needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU, Angus Little Needle Minders, that was the second one I poured at the same time, and Kim's Needle Minders. Yeah, let's stick together, at least stick together the right way. This is stitched on 28 count Opal Mermaid Lagoon by Limen. Next, we're nearly at the end. And here we go, starting this one again. Never have I been so glad I have a second battery for my camera, because I have used one already tonight. So next up is Disneyland. This is by our cross stitch off Etsy. There are a bunch of versions of this pattern. I just found one that didn't have a million colors and was a reasonable size. And here is where I was, and here is where I'm up to. And so I mostly worked on It's a Small World, and then I went through and finished a bunch of my hanging parked threads. So that's where I'm at. Fabric is 40 count linen by Limen in the colorway Easter Grass. Needle minders are from Galloway Minders, or Galloway Minders, because I got this one from Etsy. They are also Gallery, Black Needle Society, and Kim's Minders on Etsy. I'm really not working on this as much as I hoped, because I managed to get a lot more projects to fit my prompts. So I may have to, oh, I also cut off all of my extra fabric. So it's a lot more manageable now. So probably starting August, maybe even July, this will hopefully get some more work as I just go. This month I am working on this and using it for all of the monthly prompts. Next up is my last new start, and it is Bring Me Her Heart by Black Needle Society, designed by Katie Landis. This was from the Something Wicked This Way Comes box. We actually have a finishing class on this to make the pocket for the mirror that came with it. So here is where I'm up to. This is being stitched on Vintage Country Mocha by Witchet, and needle minder is Kim's Needle Minders. and is stitched with weeks. The finishing class is next weekend. I'm a third of the way done, but this was like 2 movies, so hopefully I may even take that to work. I may take it with me tomorrow. I am hoping, or going to plan, I'm going to at least 1, if not 2, the stitching catch-ups tomorrow, so yay. And then last but not least is Seahorse, Quick Stitch Seahorse by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is where I was at, and here is where I'm up to. I got 800 stitches on this, 850 stitches done on this. I got like 1200 stitches on Disneyland. I'm not going back to it. I'm giving up. Needle minder is Kim's needle minders. I did have to frog about 200 stitches on this, so it doesn't look like 800 stitches, though it's hard to tell. All of this was in the wrong spot, so I had to go back and fix it. Well, honestly, this was in the wrong spot, and then I had to fix everything that I'd stitched and realized that it was in the wrong spot. So I finished the eye. Next time I work on it, I should finish the snout, finish this coral, and then there's a little bit of like grading in the corner, and then we are finished the top row, so we're getting close. I'm about 40% done, so I think it's 9 pages, but the bottom 3 pages were like 20 or something rows, so that is where we're at. That is stitched on 16 count Aida in Smack the Jellyfish. And yay, after over, I think it's taken me over an hour to do all of my projects, because I had to keep going back and redoing them because I was forgetting information. You would think after a year I would be better at that. I am not. So as I said, I had a little bit of haul. So I got the lavender fabric that I'm doing Jolly Holiday. Moonrise Snail. The lichen fabric that I am doing Jolly Soul. I also picked up this platinum Lugana because I wasn't sure if the platinum would be better or the lichen, and the lichen was better. I got a packet of beads because I need it for a project. I don't remember which project. So yay. I mean, I've got them when I order them. They're in my thing, so I know that they'll be in my box of beads. So I also picked up another Mill Hill kit. I picked up vintage camera. So I really like this one. The colors on this are amazing. Like purples and teals and stuff, because they're my favorite colors. So I also did a Tea Turtle order. Tea Turtle has, if not already, are losing their Disney license. So we picked up a couple of t-shirts that I have already cut the neckline on and sleeves and making them wearable. My husband got some as well. I also got the Luke Skywalker helmet that I'm going to turn into a needle minder as soon as I work out how to do that, because I don't have the skills. And then I also did an order with Val through Yarntree. I picked up, because I want to do some more stitching meetups, and I've got camp coming up, and then the retreat in November. I ordered one of the mini stash and stores. So it has little rubbery sections for storing your scissors and your pens and all of the bits and bobs for your stitching. And I'm hoping that having them upright might make me a little less messy. But I'm going to attempt it for for stitching get-togethers. Also by word of mouth, I ordered some size 10 bowhand needles. People swear by these for beading, so I'm going to give them a go. As I said, I'm getting really close to the beading on Red Lady Pirate. And then I ordered a shortcut of ice blue Belfast linen in 32 count. So this is the full bolt, so the full width, but it's only 13 inches. Well, I need 9 by 18. So I actually have way more here than I need. So if anybody else is doing the Black Needle Society projects on the called for fabrics, I have enough. Probably I have 55 inches by 13, so I have, I think, enough for 2 others. If anybody is looking for it, let me know and we can discuss cost. It's probably mostly just going to cost you shipping. So there is that. Also, I have the navy if anybody is looking for a long 1/8 of that. But that was the colours that we've already done, so I'm assuming that if anybody needed them, they already have it. So that is all of my haul. I have a bunch more coming next week. I ordered all of the remaining flosses, all the flosses that I need more of for Frogwarts. I ordered another Mill Hill kit because why not? And the fabric I need for July, August, September. Again, it's a fat quarter. I only need a long 1/8, so if anybody would like that, hit me up. And that is all of my stitching stuff. I am doing some cosplay stuff. I am planning my costume for Dapper Day, or my outfit for Dapper Day. I plan on doing the redhead from Pirates of the Caribbean, who has no longer on the ride. One of the designers, like indie designers I follow, Gertie Charm Patterns, just released a new book, and her cover pattern on that book, I think I can modify it to make a dress that will work for this. I just need to also pattern a vest to go over it, which will use the same neckline. I'll probably use the bodice pattern, honestly, and just finish it sleeveless, because I'm going to make the sleeves on the dress puff. But after my second attempt, I finally got my hat. It hasn't been, like, this arrived yesterday, so it still has to be pressed, and because, you know, it's been through the mail. But I think it's big enough. So I think I need to curl it, but I'm not sure. I will, and I'm also going to spray paint it red, but I'm going to match it to, I'm not sure if I'm going to work out whether I have to match it to the dress or match it to the bodice. And then I'm just going to do a circle skirt with lace on the inside for the petticoat, which I'll then wear over a fuller petticoat. But yeah, this hat is like everything I wanted. It has a really short crown, so it doesn't go really well on my head, so I'm going to have to work out my hair so I can secure the hat to my hair, because it's wider than my head. So, because, like, we're wider than my head, but not big enough in the crown. It may just be doing some shaping to make the crown more round instead of flat, to make it fit on my head better. Anybody with any hat experience, yeah, send me all of the info. Otherwise, I'm just going to be YouTubing it. As I said, I did Disney. I did 3 days at Disney. We went in on the Friday. We rode Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for the first time. I actually didn't do a bunch of photos on this trip. We just kind of like chilled. We tried to get Fantasmic. We didn't get into the park till 10 p.m. We tried to do the 10:30 Fantasmic, but it was the very first day Fantasmic was reopening, and it was mad. So we got like Pirates of the Caribbean, like no wait. And then we like looked on the app to see what times we're looking at, and Mickey Minnie's Railway had like a 30-minute wait. Yeah, it turns out in Disneyland you actually kind of want a like wait because there's so much going on in that queue. It's amazing. Actually, I really like the ride. I do not like the new art style, but it's been around for a while now, so it's not going away. I just don't like it. It's not my. I like classic Mickey. And then Saturday I caught up with some friends. I wore my tiki room dress. I made this for Dapper Day in 2022. I do have to remake the bodice on this. It is a halter, but I did not make the halter long enough, so it comes undone. So it's actually pinned to the bolero. The halter like pinned out of the way, so I didn't have to worry about that. It's also a 3-panel of the skirt, so the pockets are in a weird spot. I have to like get another panel, wash it a couple of times when I remake the bodice. And then put the pockets like in the right spot. That makes way more sense. But we did do the fireworks, and we did Fantasmic. I love Fantasmic. I don't actually mind the dragon not being there, but the projection they put on the black fabric that Maleficent is on is only visible from the front. So if you are in the disability section, which is where we were, where they have the space for anybody who are using wheelchairs or ECVs, you cannot see that projection. You can see the vines around the outside. But no, I'm really glad. Thanks to Shannon and Amanda, we did that. My husband kind of didn't really care. We'll go again later in the year when it's not as crazy, and it will make him go to Fantasmic again. And then on Sunday was our actual anniversary. Again, we didn't go in till later in the day because we were like, you know what? Pass holders, we can, like, if we only do a half day, we only do a half day. And it meant that we could like sleep in and do breakfast. And Saturday I didn't go until like 4 o'clock because my husband, I spent like part of the day with my husband. And I went and got breakfast, and we did lunch and things like that. So Sunday we went in a little earlier. We got in about 2 o'clock. We basically did like the tropical hideaway and got Dole Whip and Bow, and then we went around to Star Wars Land. We went to Olga's, and I had a reservation for Olga's, so we went in there. We then went on a couple of rides. We did Mickey Minnie's Royal Railway again, this time with a slightly longer wait, so we got to check out most of the stuff that was in the queue, with the exception of one of the rooms, which is where they have the queue extension that goes outside. And because of that queue extension, we basically missed that room because they were opening that extension as we went into that room. Because we were really close to the end of that queue. But that was one of the rooms we had been able to check out most of the previous night, or on the Friday night. And then we did Blue Bayou, and we were really lucky. We got a waterside table. I got cocktail because it's Blue Bayou and they now serve hurricanes. It is one of 3 places in Disneyland you can buy alcohol, I believe. I don't think anywhere else still sells it. I think it's only Olga's, Club 33 and Blue Bayou. And then we went and just did We did a nighttime jungle cruise, which was amazing because it was during the fireworks, and the guy was actually right at the end of Fantasmic and during the fireworks, and he actually made comments about those. I love it when skippers change up their spiel for nighttime, and they make reference to what's going on noise-wise around the park. Like, because, you know, during the cruise there were fireworks going off, so you could hear all those bangs. And I did a little bit of shopping, but I got new ears, so my collection is not out of hand yet. It's getting that way. No, honestly, my collection's not that bad. I have less than 20. I think about like 15. And that's with having purchased 2 new ones this weekend. And the only reason I purchased 2 was because they were on special that you buy 2 for $30, and they were both pairs I was going to get anyway, so it saved me $5 on each of those. So it did make sense, kind of, and I probably won't buy ears for the next couple of trips. Honestly, we also brought some art. So I got a Cinderella print, and my husband got a Lester's Possum Park from Goofy Movie print. So, because, you know, anniversary gifts to each other, basically. But yeah, that was... Oh, and my husband got the RX, the Rex figurine from Star Tours that we had seen previously. And they were down to like 3, so we were like, no, let's grab it. Because we are Star Wars nerds. But yeah, I'm really glad we went. As I said, I've only got a couple of photos that I will have been putting up during this. Mostly of my drinks, because we were sending those to my in-laws. In-laws gave us some money. That was basically our dinner at Blue Bayou. And so yeah, it was a really good weekend. I'm making the most of this. I'm like actually planning on going again on Monday, so because if you have a pass, you may as well use it. I'm trying to do like twice a month, and if I go on my own, I go on my own. If I catch up with people, I catch up with people. I don't really care. We didn't go into Disney California at all, so I don't have any more drawings, but I am hoping to do at least one on Monday, if not 2. And as I said, I only got the 1 photo from the front of the park, which was Saturday, because that was the only day that I kind of really dressed up. Sunday I was just wearing a t-shirt and skirt, so I need to make more Disney bounding stuff, or at least more cute skirts. So yeah, otherwise at the moment I am prepping for Frogwarts. I was on the chat on the 1st, which was kind of throwing out ideas. My last year's team chat is still very active, especially over the last couple of weeks, as we're all trying to like find things that fill all the prompts. I think I now have all of the prompts filled, with the exception of... No, I have all of the prompts filled, including a couple of new patterns that I picked up. One is Atomic Tiki Pirate Crest, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. This fills the prompt for weapon and coin, which is the one I actually need it for. But if I have got to a point where I'm like, I'm good, this gives me a second prompt. And the other one is spells. We need a curse prompt, and this has abracadabra on it. So that one is from... I'm going to put it on the screen because I don't remember where I got that one from. So yeah, otherwise I will be starting Rosamond from Mirabilia. Otherwise, so I have 3 new starts that you will see, because I will have them started before Frogwarts. Like, I'm not starting them during the challenges. That's not going to happen. So yeah, that's where we're at. thank you for bearing with me. If you've made it all the way to the end, I am going to do a giveaway. Do all the things you know. Don't comment, free giveaway, all of those codes. But I have 4 of my Universal Monster scissor pops. And of course they're all facing the wrong way. So we have... No, I'll have to take a photo. Okay, but so we have 4 of those. So if you were interested in one of these, they will be, Drac will be A. Actually no, let's change that. So Dracula is D. So it will be, actually no, let's just do Wolfman will be A, Dracula will be B, Igor will be C, and Invisible Man will be D. And comment, like, comment, do YouTubey things, tell me who is your favourite monster from Classic Monsters, along with the letter. That will get drawn in a couple of weeks. And that is open to wherever. If you are in Australia, it'll probably be about a month before you receive it, as I am in the process of trying to get some stuff finished to send to my parents, and I will slightly cheat slightly and get them to send it to you. Otherwise, I will ship it anywhere. They'll only be in a small bag, like a small packet, so it won't cost me a fortune. But yeah, gets rid of them. They're not my jam. I don't do horror, I don't do monsters. They were the leftovers from, I only needed 4 for my table at the Universal Monsters Retreat, so gives you a chance to get them. But you've had to get to all the way to the end of my video to find out I was even doing it, because I was literally deciding for the whole time whether I was going to or not. And then I'll have to watch the end of this video to remember which letters correspond to which character. One of the other things we did in the last couple of weeks was I guest starred on a podcast. It is Tales of the Force. It is a Star Wars podcast done by Jessica, who is from Arkansas. Her aim is to find positivity in the fandom. Her podcast is very much about people's stories and how Star Wars has affected their lives. I met my husband through a Star Wars convention. Through 3 Star Wars conventions, really, plus San Diego Comic-Con. It is a longer episode. It's about 2 hours. She usually tries to keep to an hour, but you know, the 2 of us telling our stories plus our story, it came into about 2 hours. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit about how nerdy I really am, go check that out. I will put the link in the description box. I don't know if it has a YouTube, but I did share it on my Instagram as well. So, or I'm tagged in her post. I really should reshare it as well. I did do a story share. So either way, on that note, I hope you all have a good week. I'll be back in a couple of weeks, maybe with some new starts. I just have to pull out some fabric. And thank you for bearing with my craziness for the last 12 months. Hopefully this year will be a little bit less chaotic and a little bit more regular fortnightly episodes. Fortnightly seems to be the sweet spot. And you can find me on Instagram, and have a good night. Ciao.